without further ado, spawning in the top right position as the blue Terran player, coming in for Axiom, it is none other than Ryung. Former Slayers player, of course. You can almost say that Axiom basically snapped up all the Slayers orphans, I guess. Not sure how else to really define it, but spawning in the bottom left position as the red Zerg player, coming in for Mouse Sports, it is none other than hOpe. Hope. He's put some pretty solid games out, in all honesty, in the Acer TeamStory Cup, but nothing that really stands out. And this could be another opportunity to try to make something happen. Mouse Sports. Actually, I want to take a quick look at the ratings so far for this event, or at least this tournament between the teams. It looks like Ryung is going to be going for. He's going to possibly open up with the barracks. No, it's going to be a command center first from our Terran player, and we should see a hatchery first from hOpe. Nothing unusual in those regards. But as far as group standings are going right now in the Acer TeamStory Cup, in first place we have MVP, who actually just lost to the second place team right now, being Millennium. We had Daishi all kill MVP, which is pretty nice to see. As far as crazy series go, it was very one-sided though, so I'm not sure if I should say crazy. The all kill itself was pretty cool, but command center's going up for Ryung. Nothing really happening too much in this game. So between the two team standings right now, Mouse Sports is they're in 6th place. They're currently 4-5. Keep in mind the 4th place team, Acer, is 5-4, so it's very close. Actually, a victory in this match would put Mouse Sports actually really quite close, in all honesty, to that 4th place position. They would only be that one match loss. Well, they're still technically behind Team Liquid as well, who are 4-4. They do have one more loss than them, but nothing is 100% set in stone, of course. So, do have a couple more matches left before we determine who the top 4 teams will be that will go to finish to compete in the finals in Germany. This tournament's been going on for quite a while, actually. It's kind of cool, kind of crazy. But currently the top 4 are, as stated, MVP, Millennium, Acer, and Karate Esports Club is still listed on the official entry. But as far as I'm aware, their lack of a team may have caused them to forfeit their standings. But I'm still waiting for now a 100% official word on that. Ryung finishing up his barracks. Might try to get a fast bunker here. Not a bad decision. He wants to be able to be safe in the event that hOpe was to do anything aggressive. And that being said, hOpe is not doing anything aggressive. He's going to be playing a very standard style. Nothing unusual by any means, really. He's just kind of playing it out. And there's nothing terribly aggressive about his opening. 2 queens so far. I'm curious if he's going to queue up some more. Yes, he's actually going to go for at least a 4-queen opening. Very economic play out of our Mouse Sports Zerg. Now, these Zerglings from hOpe are going to try to maybe duck into the natural. He's going to try to do scouting, maybe kill an SCV. Not going to get anything. He'll actually lose a Zergling to the Marines. So a bit of information denial there. Ryung, though, he's going for the standard follow-up, which is going to be that factory, that reactor, and just playing a very standard match. It looks like he's going to go for that 3rd command center as well. He's got a lot of minerals banked up. Some players have been going for 2 racks follow-ups, but Ryung, that doesn't seem to be his prerogative. That 3rd command center is now on the way. And hOpe's going to take 2 extractors in his natural, which is it's just kind of interesting to see. A lot of Zerg players, of course, you can, out of this, just throw it on 2 evolution chambers and then take your 3rd base after you start 1-1, move into the lair, and play for like a 2-2 timing of sorts. But it's all going to come down to what exactly hOpe wants to do. And with this drone moving south, it does look like he wants to throw that hatchery up, and it's even rallied straight there. So it does look like hOpe will go for the fast 3rd. And I would like to see the evolution chamber play. That's my personal favorite. His Overlord's going to come in. He sees this 3rd command center. He knows if once he sees the 2nd gas, it's not going to be something like Hellbat play, which is very important for the Zerg because it lets you know you don't need anything like fast defensive roaches or really like a fast defensive amount of queens. So Zergling speed is starting. Another gas being taken. No evolution chambers yet for hOpe. Stim is coming up now for Ryung as well. And there we see those evolution chambers. That's the number one thing that I'd like to see out of Zergs versus Terran. You know, it's a lot of the times the matchup can end up being who could be greedier with upgrades. And while Ryung is now actually getting up his 2 engineering bays. So he is going to be able to move into that upgrades. And actually, both players should be dead even on upgrades for a little while. The evolution chambers and engineering bays are almost perfectly synced, so it's going to come down to who hits those timings better, who remembers to actually start the upgrades faster, and who gets their tech up so that they can continue the upgrades, such as the armory. +1 though, starting for both sides. Ryung needs to start that armor upgrade, but aside from that, he's got his Hellions out. He's going to be moving into a couple of Widow Mines. Ryung 2 Hellions actually caught inside of this wall. They're not going to be able to join the rest of the of the reindeer here over playing their reindeer games. Although I guess I'm not terribly sure what other kind of games they would play. It's not like you could solicit that type of game to one species. But hOpe, he's got a lot of Zerglings. Speed is complete, and he's pretty much just saying, okay, well, if you step onto the creep with your Hellions, I can just get a good surround. And with his Baneling Nest coming in, he still has the opportunity to go for something like a 1-1 timing. He can actually go for the 1-1 speed Baneling timing if he really wants to. His Baneling speed actually will be a little bit behind though compared to the 1-1. But we'll have to see. Third base starting to get saturated up here for hOpe. And I like this constant Widow Mine production from Ryung. You know, you get that little bit of map control, or I guess I should say board control, because it's not so much about being able to boss around the map, it's just controlling space, which is one of the most important things when you have a very low number of units. Armory coming in though, and he's going to be able to hit his timings pretty well. The only problem is Ryung, I don't know if you realize this, he did not start his +1 armor, and with the amount of gas that he's had banked up this whole time, it doesn't seem to be too much of something else he would be spending it on. Oftentimes, if a player forgets or doesn't get an upgrade, a lot of players do cut things out to be able to afford other options, such as getting a faster medevac out, getting a fast Viking, that sort of thing. But Ryung, he's going to start that +1 armor, and it's just a little bit late. And that could actually end up hurting him quite a bit if we do see that fast attack from hOpe, since the Zerglings will have a nice bit of damage advantage. And I want to say, is spreading the creep like crazy, bringing these queens as far forward as possible. Just continuing to shove this creep forward and forward. And we're going to actually have a 4th hatchery start soon, too, it looks like. And these Zerglings trying to catch these Hellions out of position. Is he going to be able to? Well, if you catch these Hellions, if you can get all these Hellions, that is so big. Baneling speed is on the way. The Spire is about to complete, too. We could see something pretty crazy from hOpe, but it doesn't look like it just yet. He is continuing to produce Zerglings, not going to try to preemptively saturate that 4th base, realizing it's not like he can try to just race for that. So the Widow Mines are going to be quite useful for Ryung, though. They do give him that space control right outside of the 3rd. And Mutalisks are coming in for hOpe. Pretty standard so far. This game doesn't look like anything really crazy at all, by any means whatsoever. And the Hellions for Ryung, yeah, pushing out. And the cool thing is, as long as you keep the Hellions alive, it's very risky for your opponent to try to run in with Zerglings. Hellions can be so cost effective if they can get the Zerglings to line up, or if they can get them in nice clumps. hOpe could have been trying to just get us surrounded on the Hellions, kill them off, and then put himself in a fantastic position to just chew through the rest of the forces here. But Creep Tumor going up now. And Ryung, he's going to get a bit of an engagement here. He's going to try to step back. These Banelings not really hitting much. And Ryung is actually in a really good position after that. He hasn't taken much, really any damage at all. So he's looking pretty damn fine right now. We do have a lot of Zerglings, though, here for hOpe. He has the Mutalisks as well. And Ryung needs to make sure he doesn't overextend here. He's got a good number of Widow Mines, but once they're all on cooldown, I think he's going to have to back up. Here come the Mutalisks. The Banelings are trying to hit the side. The Marines running backwards, not going to be able to do anything at all here. That splash damage from the Widow Mines is actually hurting Ryung more than it's hurting hOpe. And there's still a good number of Banelings here. With his Overseer, he will pick off all of the burrowed mines. Or at least he should. A couple more mines are going to be placed in advance. And Ryung, he's kind of trying to parade these Marines forward. And just, a couple good, really, really nice Widow Mine shots there. Taking out about 15 units or so. He's doing what he can, but Ryung isn't, he's not finding the space just yet. And that creep spread on the east side of the map still going very strong. hOpe is really pressing forward with this. And it's so nice to see how far this is. 14 minutes, he's going to be approaching the 4th base. Or where Ryung would want one. Widow Mine going to get spotted. Oh, he manages to barely save it. Nice play. Of course, killing the Overseers is nice. It's very annoying. And, oh man. Is he going to let that get away? Damn. Drilling Claws upgrade on the way for Ryung. So he's going to be able to burrow those Widow Mines much faster. One of the most important upgrades, I think, in Terran versus Zerg right now, just being able to give yourself more opportunity to micro the mines, to be able to just make them cost effective. So now, I want to say, though, this creep spread is going to help with the Zerglings coming up for harass. Ryung is going to, instead of even trying to drop, he's just going to unload these Marines here. But a big Zergling run-by is going to try to move into that natural expansion. There's not too much he's going to be able to do, it doesn't seem. Getting in on some of these SCVs, but the Mutalisks are going to push in towards the third base. Ryung is scanning. He's trying to keep the creep back. And at the same time, these Marines are actually getting caught. He's taking a lot more damage in the natural than I think he was bargaining for. He's being so stressed as far as his multitasking goes. He's actually lost a pretty solid amount to this Zergling harass. I mean, he only has lost 4 SCVs total, but he's starting to float a little bit of money. He's had a bit of trouble. Just I guess you could say it's hard to focus when you have so many things going on at once. But now Ryung looks like he wants to push towards that west side base again. Is he going to be able to make anything? Is he going to be able to make it different than last time? I don't know. Pushing the south side is very smart. The creep spread is strongest here. There's so much distance to go, and Hope is going to be very, very adamant about getting that creep spread rolling. And there's so many Mutalisks now that this is the part where it gets scary, because if you don't have a Thor or two, or if you don't have a lot, or at least a Thor per base to defend at home, if you leave your base versus a Zerg player with this many Mutalisks, you are so vulnerable to being hit by those big counterattacks, those big, I guess you could say Mutalisk run-bys, if you could call them the fly-bys, basically, with the Mutalisk just kind of fly right past you with all of their Uzis out. But here comes. Widow Mines are going to burrow. Get a couple of solid hits. Nothing crazy. The Mutalisks, though, taking a really bad fight. Hope. Oh, my goodness. His Mutalisks get right up in the mix of that, losing all but 2 of his Mutas to the Marines. I don't think anything worse could have possibly happened for our Mouse Sports Zerg. His hive wasn't done yet. Hope in a... Oh, my goodness. Such a small blunder to not have those Mutalisks pulled back. That game ended so suddenly. I don't know what to say about that. That was... Ryung takes game number 1, but oh my god. Wow, that sucks. That really sucks. One moment of weakness and all those Mutalisks died. That was it. I don't have anything else to say about that. The proof is in the pudding, guys. We'll get into game number 2 here of our Acer TeamStory Cup match as soon as it's ready. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're already jumping into the lobby.